Alright, boys, you're probably wondering why I'm in this PvP area when there's not a PvP video. That's because this was supposed to be one. I recorded 3 videos. I recorded this one, right, where I used this team and I later switched to like a Gotha variant, right, with Ludo. And this video was bad. Then I recorded this video, which was with Ludo and Gotha from the get-go today, and I didn't have audio. And then I recorded it again, obviously because I didn't have audio, just now. And this is right, boys. This is what my audio sounded like the entire video. So I'm just gonna record a should you summon because I wanted to do this anyway. I said this in the video too. Should you summon ReZero? Ignore the fact I'm 2 rotations in because obviously we two are very different, right? If you're a whale, you don't have to bother, just summon, right? Who cares? But if you're free to play, or if you're like a small dolphin, right? You buy like the monthly or something every now and then, maybe the weekly. I guess you'd be a koi then, you wouldn't be a dolphin, you'd be a small, right? Anyway. Is the banner worth summoning on? Alright, we look at the banner and we go down here, right? It sucks. The slime banner was definitely better. Like it was like still bad, but it was definitely better. It was actually like somewhat like some units were like somewhat usable in some content at least, but these are all like yikes, right? No other units, right? If we compare to slime where I said you should summon, let's talk about the old units, right? Beatrice is not good. Rum is good, and she was given out for free, so you should have her. And we get her for free again. We get Rum and Rem for free in the celebration. Emilia is good-ish, but not that crazy anymore. And you would need her 6/6, so that's unrealistic for free-to-plays. So these 2 you already get. She's bad, so you're covered on this front, right? Now, 2 new units. This is difficult. I asked Naruto about it too, because I wasn't sure. And he wasn't sure either, so that's a problem. Because I do think... Like my initial thought was, okay, skip. And I was like, but it kind of isn't. So I'm like a 65-35 on this, right? So I think it really depends on you as a player, okay? So instead of telling you, yes, you should summon or no, you shouldn't, I'll tell you why you might want to summon and why you might not want to summon. So why would you not want to summon? First of all, and I'm gonna get this out real quick. My theory that is very likely because I work at Nababo is that we're gonna get 3 Escanors this year, upcoming. The next one is gonna be the Halloween one, and then we're gonna get Ragnarok, and then we're gonna get the one ultimate as a festival at the end of November. That is my thought process. We might not get the Ragnarok one because technically the slot got eaten up by the collab now. But that's it. That's the first reason. I just think that we have a lot of power coming soon. Anyway, the other reason I don't think you should. Like, the thing is, if we actually don't get Escanor, I don't think the next banners will be that interesting either. Cause like what we'll get like we'll get Camilla, the one that's been leaked, and then outside of Camilla. Well, Halloween Escanor was leaked like 5 years ago, so I mean, I'm sure now we'll get him finally. And then we get the festivals, but there's so much time until that. Like the rest of this month, I don't think we get anything. We might end of month get Ragnarok Escanor again, but that's about it. And I could tell you guys to just wait until we get the new unit on JP, right? Or even though like it doesn't matter, we'll know like this band will still be here when we get the new unit info anyway, but well, we could wait for that technically, if you really want to play it safe. But most people want to summon day 1. If you really like the unknown team, Echidna's really cool. The unknown team just got so much better. Echidna buffing basic stats and then working so with unknown units and being really good herself is really good. Rum getting a holy relic, having more CC is really good. Rem is like genuinely like somewhat of a decent option right now to run on the unknown team. Like she's fun. Emilia technically got buffs, right? If you have a 6/6 one somehow, then you can run her definitely. If you like the bond team and you've always been running the bond team and you don't have Terry and you're like, oh, I have to run some shitter. Reinhardt is pretty broken, but he's pretty limited, like the teams you can run him in. like you can run him with like Blue Lilia, Arthur, like Excalibur Arthur, him, and then like Zelda's backline, and you have like Green Sarion Arthur or something. Like maybe like something like that ish you could run him on, but like it's not like that's not a team I run. Like it's not that good. Like Bond team realistically speaking is like the only team you want to run him on, because all his attacks purely scale of HP and nothing else. They scale of HP, which is good on the Bond team obviously, where you can get all this HP support. He has the Rectrigo backline, he has the Excalibur Arthur, he has the Bond buff card giving him health, but outside of that, like he's not that crazy. He has a really high peak, and obviously when you see him in showcases, he'll perform like crazy. But I think from a free-to-play standpoint, he's not that good, in my personal opinion. Also for like rem and stuff, the outfits do rerun, so if you didn't get them the first time, you can get them this time. So if you go to the store, like all these outfits, you can buy them again. So that's good. But yeah, I think, again, I am very much leaning towards this is a skip banner, but I think Echidna is a good unit, and I think Reinhardt might be part of some like cringe PvE teams in the future. So we'll see about that too. His ult is cool and all, it does not matter though, you'll always ult with Bot on the Bond team anyway. But it is there, and it is pretty nice. His passive is really good, like Reinhardt's a really good unit obviously, right? It's hard to say. I genuinely think you skip this banner. I don't think, like Rimuru, what I said must summon, and I was right to this day still, because that unit was the best PvP unit, and he still is up there. These are really good units, but they don't have like the same impact like Rimuru. Like they're not like super broken. Oh my god, like there's no counterplay. They didn't change the way Netmarble makes units. Okay, Netmarble like for the most part only makes white buffs now, because they're like, oh, Rimuru is killing every unit that has blue buffs. So yeah, I don't know. I think again, like the banner too, like you get like two out of 4, like half the units that are old ReZero you get for free, right? You get 2 out of 4. You get these two, and this is a fake unit. She's good though, ish. Like her relic sucks. That's my only issue. And then these two are good, obviously, really strong units. Echidna's my favorite unit in the game right now. Like she's so fun. Like Echidna is so fun to use. She's so fun to use. This passive is so fun. The cards, I mean, Infect. I hate that she has an Infect. I wish it was something else. What's a debuffing AoE? What's an AoE that debuffs? Snatch. Oh, imagine she had a Snatch card. I don't know, humans. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. I think. I just think it's not worth summoning. I just like do the free multi that we get. Obviously, get the 2 new units. Like for Esterosa team, if you run demons, right, you don't need these units. If you run the Goddess team, you don't need these units. If you run Ult Rush, you don't need these units. If you run like Triamelli single target still, you don't need these units. If you run Bond team, you don't need these units. If you run Unknown, you don't need these units. They're just good for them, right, for the team. So that's why I think it's a skip, because they're nice. They're really nice to haves, but they're not need to have like Rimuru was. So I don't think that it's a must summon. But then again, they also will most likely not return for a long time. So I don't. It's so hard to say, right? I think it's your decision. I told you that they're not they're really good. They're not the greatest. The banner sucks. We get a free multi. You get the other 2s for free. They're only used on specific teams. But if you still want to summon, you summon. If you don't want to summon, you don't summon. If you want to play it smart and you wait because there's no rush, then you could just wait to see what we get next, like the very next banner. And then maybe you're more interested in that. And if you're not, then maybe you still skip because you want to save for the next festival or the next like big unit, right? You never know. But I think that concludes it. Again, if I was free to play, I wasn't a content creator. I didn't have, well, it's hard to say because like I don't know what box I would have. But I probably wouldn't summon. I just probably wouldn't summon. I wouldn't. I think I wouldn't. But that's just me. You can go like a couple of gems, you know, it's 0.5 rate, it's double the rate that your like average festival unit is. And your average 600 banner unit is as well. If you're like a little koi fish, you could buy the ticket and then that's it. I got rolled. I got a rem dupe, I think. Yeah, I did. So, you know, you could just get rolled. But outside of that, I really liked it. I like the how the unknown team has evolved. It's not for only people that like Chojo anymore. It's also for people that just like cool units, right? Like a Echidna, Rimuru, and Fest Gother. Those are for chats. Sun Merlin and like Red Gother and Emilia. You might have to be locked up. You are on the list. I'm letting you know right now. But anyway, that's it from me. Yeah, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Good job. Hopefully my audio on this is fine. If not, I'm going to shoot someone.